A convoy of unmarked trucks rolls through the Nevada desert at 3 a.m. No logos. No police escort. Just silence. Inside? Machines worth more than most countries' entire infrastructure budgets. This isn't a movie. It's happening right now across 47 countries. Behind it? An investor group you've never heard of that controls more power grids, water systems, and fiber networks than any government on Earth. Their name? PrimeCore Infrastructure Trust. And what they're building will change everything you thought you knew about who really runs the world. Let me show you exactly how this happened. PrimeCore Infrastructure Trust emerged in 2019. Most people have never heard the name. That's by design. They don't advertise. They don't do press releases. They just buy. Quietly. Systematically. In the last 5 years, they've acquired controlling stakes in 312 critical infrastructure assets worldwide. We're talking power plants in Texas, undersea fiber cables connecting continents, water treatment facilities serving 89 million people. The group operates through a web of shell companies registered in Delaware, Luxembourg, and Singapore. Their investors? Unknown. Their total assets? Estimated at $847 billion. That's more than the GDP of Switzerland. Here's what makes this truly bizarre. Every acquisition happens the same way. Cash deals. No debt. Closed within 30 days. Industry insiders call it the silent takeover. Regulators in 12 countries have opened investigations. But PrimeCore hasn't broken any laws. They're just playing a game most of us didn't know existed. Now here's where things get really interesting. That convoy in Nevada? It was carrying quantum routers. Each one costs $43 million. PrimeCore ordered 16 of them. These aren't regular internet routers. They're next-generation infrastructure backbone technology. The kind that won't be commercially available until 2027. Yet PrimeCore already has them. Why? Because they're building something called the unified grid. Imagine every power line, water pipe, and data cable in a city talking to each other. In real time. That's what this is. They started testing it in Adelaide, Australia, in March 2024. The results were shocking. Energy waste dropped 61%. Water leaks detected instantly. Internet speeds increased by 400%. The city saved $89 million in the first 6 months alone. Now PrimeCore is replicating this in Manchester, Phoenix, Dubai, and Lahore. Same playbook. Same technology. Same secrecy. Local governments signed 40-year contracts without public hearings. Citizens wake up one day with new smart meters. Nobody voted on this. Nobody was asked. The infrastructure just changes. And PrimeCore collects fees on every kilowatt, every gallon, every gigabyte that flows through their systems. Forever. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. PrimeCore doesn't just own infrastructure. They own the data it generates. Every time you turn on a light, flush a toilet, or stream a video through their networks, they collect that information. Not the content. The patterns. When you wake up. When you leave for work. When you're home. When you're not. This data gets packaged into something called behavioral infrastructure profiles. Sold to insurance companies. To banks. To anyone willing to pay. A leaked internal document from 2023 shows they generated $2.8 billion from data sales alone. That's on top of the infrastructure fees. Here's where it gets darker. In February 2024, PrimeCore acquired TerraFlow Systems, a little-known company that manufactures industrial control systems. These systems manage everything from nuclear power plants to petroleum refineries. Within 6 months, TerraFlow equipment was installed in 1,847 facilities across 31 countries. Industry veterans found this suspicious. Installing new control systems takes years of testing, safety protocols, regulatory approvals. But TerraFlow Systems went in fast. Too fast. Sources within the energy sector suggest PrimeCore used a legal loophole. They classified the installations as maintenance upgrades rather than new systems. Different regulatory pathway. Minimal oversight. And here's the kicker. All these systems connect back to PrimeCore's central network. A single company can now monitor and theoretically control a significant portion of the world's critical infrastructure. From one location. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. That location is a data fortress in Reykjavik, Iceland. Built in 2021. Cost, $1.6 billion. The facility sits on geothermal vents. Unlimited natural cooling. Unlimited clean power. It's called the Apex Center. Only 127 people work there. Their identities? Classified. The building has no windows. 12-foot thick walls. Biometric security that makes Fort Knox look like a storage unit. Satellite images show massive antenna arrays on the roof. Not for communication. For receiving data. From everywhere. Everything PrimeCore owns feeds information here. Every power grid fluctuation. Every water pressure change. Every network packet. All analyzed by artificial intelligence systems running 24/7. But why? What's the endgame? A former PrimeCore engineer, speaking anonymously, revealed something chilling. The AI isn't just monitoring infrastructure. It's predicting economic patterns. Energy demand forecasts political instability. Water usage patterns reveal migration trends. Internet traffic predicts market movements. PrimeCore has essentially created a crystal ball for global events. They know which cities will face shortages before governments do. They know which regions will boom before investors do. And they position themselves accordingly. In 2023, PrimeCore bought water rights in Arizona 3 months before a historic drought was publicly announced. They acquired fiber networks in Vietnam 5 months before a tech boom the IMF didn't predict until later. Coincidence? Impossible. They're not reacting to the world. They're reading it. And profiting from information asymmetry on a scale never seen before. So what does all this mean for us today? First, understand this: traditional power structures are being quietly replaced. Governments used to control infrastructure. That meant control over society. Now private investors hold that control. And unlike governments, they're not elected. Not accountable to voters. Not required to act in public interest. PrimeCore's contracts include clauses that prevent cities from terminating agreements even if leadership changes. For the average person, this means something profound. Your utility bills aren't just paying for electricity or water anymore. They're funding a data operation that profiles your behavior. That information influences your insurance rates, your loan applications, maybe even your job prospects. Second, the centralization risk is enormous. If one entity controls infrastructure across multiple countries, they become a single point of failure. One cyber attack, one bad decision, one system glitch, and millions of people lose power, water, or connectivity simultaneously. Traditional infrastructure was decentralized by design. Safer, more resilient. Third, consider the economic implications. PrimeCore's model means infrastructure wealth flows to private investors instead of public coffers. Cities that once profited from utilities now just regulate them. Tax revenue decreases. Public services suffer. The wealth gap widens. Fourth, there's the geopolitical angle. A private company with infrastructure holdings in 47 countries answers to no flag. During conflicts, whose side are they on? What happens if political interests clash with profit motives? These questions have no clear answers. Yet the system expands daily. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. PrimeCore is preparing to go public. An IPO expected in late 2025. Estimated valuation, $1.2 trillion. That would make it the largest infrastructure company in human history. But here's the twist. The IPO documents filed with the SEC reveal something extraordinary. PrimeCore is structured as a perpetual trust. Even after going public, the original investors remain anonymous. Forever. Protected by Luxembourg trust laws. Shareholders will own stock. But they won't own the trust itself. They'll have no voting rights on strategic decisions. No ability to change leadership. No transparency into ultimate ownership. It's a public company that operates like a private kingdom. The IPO is expected to raise $87 billion. That money? Going straight into more acquisitions. More infrastructure. More control. Analysts predict PrimeCore will control 30% of all privatized infrastructure worldwide by 2030. And we'll still have no idea who actually owns it. The silent takeover isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. And it's being funded by everyday investors who'll never know what they're really buying into. If this opened your eyes, you're not alone. Let's recap what we've uncovered. A mysterious investor group controls critical infrastructure in 47 countries. They're building unified smart grids that generate behavioral data worth billions. They've installed control systems in nearly 2,000 facilities worldwide. Their AI predicts global events before they happen. And they're about to become a trillion-dollar public company while remaining completely anonymous. This isn't conspiracy theory. This is happening right now. Infrastructure you use daily might already be in their portfolio. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe. We're tracking PrimeCore's expansion and investigating similar operations worldwide. Next video, the 3 other infrastructure trusts operating the same playbook. Drop a comment. Did you know about PrimeCore before this? Has your city infrastructure changed recently without explanation? Let's compare notes. The more we share, the clearer the picture becomes. Thanks for watching. Stay curious. Stay informed. And remember, the most important systems are often the most invisible. Until now.